Hey, we're back. What's up, everybody? It's Monday, and today is day 51. And I know I keep saying that like it's just this amazing thing. And there is a fly in my room, and that is just going to drive me crazy. So I'm going to open the door. Give me 1 second, just so this fly can leave the room, and I will be right back. 1 second, everybody. I apologize about that. Yeah, I just saw this fly buzzing around, and I guess it's that time of year. We leave our door open for a minute and something gets in. But I love nature. I don't mind bugs. I just don't like them in my house. So give me a second. Put my microphone back on. So anyway, what's up, everybody? I was just saying before we were disturbed by the fly that today is day 51. And I know numbers and digits don't mean a big thing, but for those of you, again, who have been here with me since the start or who are watching the replays, today's day 51. You've been being mindful for 51 days. You've been practicing mindfulness. You've been incorporating all these amazing techniques we've been doing for the past 50 days. And you've been meditating every single day for 50 days. Now, maybe you haven't on your own at home, but this resource has been here for you. I've been here. And today is day 51. And for those of you who don't know me or who I am and you see my face, my name is John, but I go by the name Jay. John is the name my parents gave me, and that has nothing to do with who I truly am. So my name is Jay, and I grew up in Queens, New York, in the projects. I've had a very diverse life, beautiful things, and some seriously horrific moments in my past. I have gifts. I have gifts that do transcend what we would just say normal human minds. And I do receive things and can connect with people in ways that do just transcend normalcy. And I'm not saying this to be egotistical or anything like that. I'm just saying it to be honest and authentic. We are in a day and age right now where we know we have been so manipulated by spiritual and political and religious leaders throughout our lifetimes. We're still going on social media every day, seeing all of the political insanity, the spiritual insanity. We're being manipulated by spiritual and religious healers constantly every single day. So I come on here every day. I've been making videos for you for 12 years. I have about 8,000 videos online. And for the past 50 days, 51 including today, I have been here dedicating my time and space to you. Of course, I do one-on-one sessions. And just in the area where I live now, we just started doing live meditations. This past Saturday was our first one. I'm hosting a live guided sound session on May 25th here at the same facility, Ascension Wellness. But I come on here every day to connect with you. Thank you for the hearts. I have over 51 videos right now that are all synced up with each other. You can watch them. If you've missed this, if you've just seen me for the first time, stop going online and watching these people do this and pretending they're healing you and doing something. Take the time for yourself. Self-care, self-love, being accountable for your own growth, your evolution, and moving forward. And you can watch every single one of my videos online, and you can watch these sessions, these daily sessions on YouTube, on my Instagram, and on my private Facebook group, McHenry Meditation. And you can find all of those links by clicking that profile. I wish I can upload these to TikTok, but 10 minutes is the maximum. So I do share the TikTok version on my Facebook group. But man, I'm here for you every day. I've experienced a diverse life. I have been blessed and I have suffered. The worst things that have happened to me in my life are my greatest lessons because they've taught me how to move and navigate through this world. And most importantly, how to connect with somebody like you when you are experiencing something similar. Because at some point or another, we all experience the same things to some degree. And I have a very what we would call spiritual side. This is not about my path, my spirituality, or you embracing that, but I channel, I connect, I communicate. I've written a few books actually, and you can read my first book for free. You can click the link in the bio. I've uploaded the Book of New Light, my first book, free up to Google, and you're more than welcome to read it. No email, no data collection. My second book, Echoes of Existence, is coming out soon. And my first children's book, The Great Big Everything, is done. My son's adjusting some artwork, but that's ready to go. Look, I don't know what it's going to take for you to finally get it that these politicians who keep making promises to us, they're just manipulating us for their own agenda. These spiritual healers that you see online who, and I'm not knocking sound healing, I use sound instruments. I'm not knocking Reiki because I do energy healing. But people who are sitting here saying, I'm pulling the negative energy, I'm clearing the energy blocks from your chakras online. No, they're not. No, they're not. Not unless they are giving you the specific words, tools, and techniques to guide yourself safely and properly with inside and to shift your perspective on those moments. Because I hate to tell it to you, no matter what you believe. Yes, there's energies and this and all this, but when you have a block in your chakra, it's not some foreign being that is blocking you. It is your own thoughts and emotions, your own perspective, your own psyche, your own consciousness that is messing with a part of you. Some sensor is off. You've been invalidated. You've been belittled and demeaned. You've had your heart broken. You're out of whack. You're out of balance. And again, it's not going to get healed by somebody going boom or placing a crystal on your head and saying you're healed. It doesn't happen that way. And it most certainly doesn't happen by a pastor slapping you in the head and saying you're healed. So really, I get frustrated sometimes. I get frustrated with my fellow humans because really it's going to take you to get to that point to where you say, I had enough. I've had enough. I've had enough. I've had enough of the bullshit. I've had enough of what I call the noise and information. I've had enough of the stress, the anxiety, the division, the fear. I've had enough of all of it. And you need to say this to yourself. I don't even know who I am right now because everything I think and perceive to believe is all based on little actions and events that I have observed, and they have caused emotions and thoughts to arise in my body, and I've clung on to them, and I use specific ones to identify and define who I am, like my name. My parents looked at me, oh, we're going to name him John. Nope, sorry. Nothing against the name John. If your name is John and you like that name, I don't. I didn't as a kid. John the Leprechaun went to school with nothing on. Teacher, that's no fair. Give him back his underwear. From my earliest memory, John is something, hey, I'm going to go to the John. A guy who picks up a prostitute, a John. You associated my name with some of the stupidest shit out there. This is my parents. And again, if your name is John and you like it, that's great. I didn't like it for me. It didn't fit for me. So I got to the letter where I pulled the Prince move. I said, you know what, man? I'm just going to use that letter, J. That's who I am. And because I'm a professional, because I was a professional musician and I like my privacy and things like that, I kind of created that to be my name, J-A-I. Phonetically spelling the letter J, just J-A-I. I had no idea at that time that I did that it was victory in Sanskrit. So anyway, here we are today. I have had many labels, good and bad, thrown my way, but the good labels, the labels that have been related to spirituality have been everything from guide to prophet. And I don't like those labels. Even when I channeled in my first book and I wrote out a word to define what I'm doing, I felt very uncomfortable with it. I really did. But again, it's that inability to perceive or believe or accept. That's just a part of the ego. And again, it's just a word and a label. But I would just say that I'm a spiritual life coach, would be the best way to say it. I help people navigate this world and connect with their spirituality, because here's the truth. You don't want to dive completely into the ego. You don't want to dive completely into this identity that we create, because it's lost, it's misguided, it's broken, it's filled with fear and resentment and bitterness and damaged inner child and generational trauma. So we don't want to jump into the ego, because we know this world is bullshit, and the wants and needs and greeds and social media and all that nonsense, right? But we also don't want to be the guru in the cave. I don't. I dedicated much time to the world within. I was the guru in the cave, but my cave was just existing within. But it gets very lonely. It's a very lonely path when you live that solidarity. And it's very just disconnected. So you don't want to be the ego. You don't want to be the guru in the cave. Then what can you be? The same thing my book says, right in the first few pages, the balance in between. The balance in between. So I see this world. I see the things that bring me joy and excite me. I see the things that cause fear and anxiety and stress and pain, and I avoid them, or I carefully navigate through them. But then I also have and sense and know my inner truth. And yes, I withhold much of it. And I do, because of people's inability to perceive or believe another's truth. And it's not because I'm ashamed or embarrassed. I just don't want to take the time to try to defend or justify or explain my truth. It's my truth, just like your truth is your truth. And that's why I always say this isn't about following my spirituality, Rosie. This is about following your own path and me helping you get there. And Rosie, yeah, I missed you too, Rosie. As a matter of fact, the last thing you had said here was, how do I let go? And the very next day, Rosie, I dedicated that entire session just to your question. So, Rosie, you've got to go back and catch up. Not sure how many days, but you'll figure it out. But it's out there for you, Rosie, and all those answers are there. So, everyone, and that's what I do. Monday through Friday, I come online, 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, right here. If you need me any other time, then you go book a one-on-one session with me. But if you're here or you want to watch these replays afterwards, then you're going to get the insight, the guidance, and the wisdom for free. It might not be what you need exactly, but then if that's not exactly what you need and you need me for something else, you can go book a one-on-one session. All right. Or you can come to my live in-person sessions. I just had one this past Saturday night. It was incredible, beautiful. As I was speaking, this is all I saw in the room. It was either this, intently listen, or just heads like this, nodding everywhere. It was beautiful. And May 25th, this May 25th, in the same facility, I'm hosting a guided sound session. It's going to be incredible. So, you've got options. And I see you, to the person who has been tapping the screen on TikTok. And this is why TikTok is really one of my favorite social media apps. I'm sorry, YouTube and Instagram, but the interaction, the response from people on TikTok is more active. Instagram tends to get lazy. We just scroll by videos that inspire us and make us feel good, and we don't even bother liking them anymore. And the same thing, we watch lives and we just sit there. But TikTok, for some reason, people do go to my point is, right now on TikTok, somebody, I'll put my glasses on. It's like a T. Parker, a deal is just tapping the hell out of that screen right now. And what a deal is doing is they feel my intention. They know I'm creating an open space for everyone. I'm not asking for anything. I'm sharing and giving. And they are sending that love and that energy and gratitude back to me by way of tapping the screen. They're also teaching the algorithm that more people should be seeing this video. And the most important thing that they're doing right now, you and I, Adil, we are literally projecting scientific fact, an electromagnetic field that right now is filled with positive energy. And that goes out beyond us and beyond this room and beyond the walls and beyond our world and out to the collective. And that's the most important thing for me. Why? Why should we wake up every day and try? We know the world is sorry, the world, the earth is not bullshit. We know the way man has created society is bullshit. We know paying for land, water, and everything the planet provides for free is bullshit. So yeah, people wake up and they go, "Why bother, man? I'm just going to go to work just to make money so I could do this and just get by." No, don't. That's succumbing to and giving into and honoring that. Fight for your life. And what is your life? Your true awareness inside doesn't want a house filled with shit. It doesn't want all these materialistic objects that you got to spend endless money on. It wants a shelter. It wants things around it that inspire it. And it wants to connect with people and the world around it in a joyous, grateful way. And the only way you're ever going to achieve and reconnect with that true version of yourself is to go back through it all. If you're 50, 50 years. If you're 20, 20 years. Yeah, all right, maybe we can't remember one or two, but I most certainly remember three. I most certainly remember three. And actually, I have a photograph of something that I remember. And I think when I looked at the date on the back of it, I'll verify that later for myself. I think I may have been 2 years old. And I remember it like it was yesterday. So you got to go back, man. You got to go back through it all. And you got to listen to those words mommy and daddy said. You got to listen to the things they called you. You got to see how you felt when people in the schoolyard made you feel certain ways and what your bosses and social media and jobs and education did to you. That beautiful awareness, simple awareness that was born into this world, right? Regardless of who we were or where we came from before here, if that's what you believe, and I do, regardless of that, when we choose to come here, whether it's a purpose or not, we're coming into this reality with the knowing we're going to lose everything. We're going to forget. We're going to forget who and what we were and where we were and what we were doing. And we're sacrificing that to share our light and come here to do something. And what did I come here to do? Yep, to love my wife and have my children and experience this world with as much love and gratitude as I can, and to see those dark moments with love and gratitude. But there's been something else. And everyone who used to ask me when I was a little kid, what do you want to do when you grow up? I used to say, I just want to speak to everybody in the world at the same time. I mean, we had rotary phones. That was it. No internet, no cable, nothing like that. I had no idea of this. And here I am. And why? You know, everyone feels so alone. Even when we're surrounded by 100 people, when it's quiet and it goes away and we're by ourselves at home, we feel alone. There's this unique individual feeling that every single one of us has that makes us think inside that we're probably the only person that feels this way. And that right there, that simple little truth to me is the most profound spiritual thing we can ever embrace. It transcends religion because it shows me that we authentically and honestly are all the same. We come from that singular awareness that created everything. And many of you call it the universe, the cosmos. I mean, the universe is something, but it's okay. I get what you mean. The universe, the cosmos, the source, God. We have so many words and names for it. I think there's over 3,000 religions on this one little planet. 3,000. 3,000 faiths on this one planet. But they all have their gods or gods. But beyond all of that, beyond all the religion, the people, the places, the universes, the stars, and everything else in between, it will eventually fall back to one beginning, right? Fractal existence, Big Bang, all of it shows how things are cycling and moving. But there is a beginning. Maybe it's a cycle now, but that cycle had to have a start. And when I wrote this book, when I sat down in my cottage and started to ask the questions, the first question I asked was, who are you? And the answer was the one who has been answering you in this life. And I just asked, are you God? I am the creator of all. And what are you? The source of all light and life. And right now you're talking to me as I have been always. Why? Why me? Because you have finally had enough. I have? Yes, you have. I agree, but can you tell me what it is that I have had enough of? Everything. Everything? Yes, everything. What does that mean? It means since early childhood, you've known that there is more to your existence, more than you yourself have ever imagined, and more than you have ever been told. It means that you have endured enough pain and enough joy to fairly judge both sides with an open mind and heart. It means you have deceived just as many of those who have deceived you, and now you know which path is right and which is wrong. It means you can see, feel, and hear all that is wrong in your world as you can now begin to see all that it can be. And I'm not going to read anymore, but we are all capable of so much. And it all comes down to making a choice. A choice. We get to choose. We get to choose. But where we choose from is the issue. And all of this incredible beauty and freedom has been manipulated, and we've been deceived and misguided. And every day we are still waiting for someone else, to save me, to help me, to feed me, to transcend me. And the only person who can make those choices to live that life and to heal and recover and have those things is me. You. My life. Your life. And I'm here every day. I am here every day. You are more than that. You are a child of God, but God didn't, that thing that we call God didn't have sex with somebody or something and give birth to us. Everything that we perceive, this shelf, the air, the stars, a quasar, a black hole, another dimension, that thing, it didn't go to Home Depot and build people in a universe. It didn't have a chemistry set. It was just awareness. Nothing, no words, no identity, no labels, nothing. I mean, literal nothingness, just awareness. So can you imagine, we feel that instinct, that like instinctual singular loneliness inside of us, and we're here for what, 75, 80, 90 years, if God willing, right? God willing, right? But that thing itself, it was by itself alone, and sitting like this, being nothing, for the most insane, inconceivable amount of time. I mean, you can't even imagine, we can't even imagine how alone and how infinitely long that initial awareness must have existed before it was even able to create a spark within itself to imagine. Now, think of this. Here we are today, existing within it, in it, not outside of it. It's impossible. It had nothing to make us except its own mind. To put it in the most hallmarky sense I can say, we exist in the mind of God. We're a thought, a figment of its imagination. And just think how long that thing had to be alone to imagine a butterfly, a planet, an identity, just the desire to not be alone. So I'm going to ask you a question right now. Is it really worth it to ignorantly and arrogantly fight for your political perspective? Is it ignorantly and arrogantly right for you to declare your faith, your religion as the one above all? Do you really think your race or your geographical location puts you above any other person on this planet anywhere? Do you really think the size of your home or your money or your bank account makes you different than anybody else? That's the fucking problem. It doesn't. And we wake up every day pretending it does. And those reasons everyone feels like shit, and the reason everyone is exhausted, and the reason everyone keeps on looking for something else to distract them from that loneliness within is because they don't know. They don't understand that loneliness is everything. There is nothing else but that one awareness. Everything there ever was and will be and is an illusion. This is an illusion. Maybe you like the word simulation better, but here's the big kick in the ass for me. We've been so manipulated that we believe we're here to work and pay taxes because that's what it wants us to do. And we believe that we're going to get to go to someplace even more profoundly beautiful than this world that has everything we will ever need, from natural medicines to food to air to land to water. We don't need anything else. This planet provides everything, but we want to believe that after we work so hard and pay our taxes and honor our individual little churches, that one day we're going to go someplace called heaven, and we're going to walk around in green pastures with air and water and eat from the land and never worry about anything. This is that place. Are you insane? A place where you can be with your friends and family and pets and love and feeling. This is that place. And I don't care if you come back as a flea, a bug, a roach, a butterfly, or a human. This is that place. And just think of how many people right now are expecting, almost demanding that there be something better for them on the other side. That shit is a slap in the face to the one that they claim they honor and love. And you know what? I've been doing this for 51 days right here consecutively. I've been online doing this for 12 years. I have over 8,000 videos online, and every fucking one of you should be seeing my videos. All of you. And you should be sharing this shit out of every one of my videos, because one more time, that priest, that politician, that alien, that thing that you are waiting to come down here and metaphorically wipe your ass isn't coming. It's up to you. And everything, every word, every moment I have shared with you online here should be seen as sacred. But we are so fucking lazy and complacent that we'll switch the channel after this and go look at mass shootings and cute kitties, and we'll go on and argue with our wives and yell at our kids, and we'll go jerk off to porn, and we'll go out there and work and expect and demand that this fucking world bends to our will and perspective, waiting for someday somebody to come along and change it for me. I'm here every day. And you know what? For the first time in 51 days, I don't feel like meditating right now. I don't. I live within. I've been meditating for over 50 years. I have been teaching you this for over 12 years now. If you spent the next 6 months just watching my videos, you would change your life. But nope. There's a singing bowl, a crystal, a tarot card, a pharmaceutical prescription, a priest, an Arcturian, a Pleiadian. There's all these other fucking things that are better than the one thing you're trying to connect with: your own infinite higher awareness. Come on. What is it going to take? So I today have a question for you as we part ways. And yeah, we'll be here tomorrow. And it'll be a beautiful, bright day for us. But here's my question for you. When? When do you have enough? My friends, thank you. I'll see you all tomorrow.